And today's episode is dedicated to everyone that's been asking me to make an episode in English because my Spanish is way too fast for them. Let's begin. Welcome to another episode of your new favorite podcast, the podcast of the Alonso Lopez, or yeah, I guess we just do it in English, the Alonso Lopez podcast, because I mean it's in English, so we're gonna do it in English. So yeah, hell yeah. um, yes, today is gonna be a really special episode. It's just gonna be special because I'm doing it in English and not in Spanish, as I usually do it in Spanish, because I do believe that I am funnier in Spanish because it has double meaning every word that you say. So yeah, it makes jokes funner in Spanish. So yeah, but yeah, we're here because I've been asked, or kind of like asked by people like, hey, how come you don't do like episodes in Spanish or whatever? I mean English. And well, one, because of that, the whole being funny or making funny things funnier, or yeah, making fun of stuff in Spanish. It's fun. And also because in Spanish is my first language, I'm more comfortable on doing it in Spanish than English. Because of the whole, not so much of the accent, but mainly because of the pronunciation of words. Kind of like messed up a lot of pronunciating words, so mainly saying them like in past tense, or yeah, like that type of shenanigans. But yeah, here we are. So if you ever follow any of the previous episodes in Spanish, because you're bilingual like me and stuff, you know that I usually talk about my road rage, because I get a lot of road rage. Like literally, I do get a lot of road rage. But today we're not gonna talk about that. We are totally not gonna talk about the dude that literally just fucking cut me off without putting any blinkers and flick at me. And yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Not today. Not today. Today we're gonna be nice. Today we're gonna talk about nice stuff and funny stuff, and now we're not gonna get aggressive or anything of the sort. Not today. We'll do it some other time. All right. So how was y'all's Mother's Day and also Dia de las Madres? Because it's two different things. One is the same thing, but one's gringo, one's Mexicano. So yeah, and Cinco de Mayo. Did y'all celebrate Cinco de Mayo? El Drinko de Mayo? FYI, no, it is not a real Mexican holiday. Something really important happened that day. But it's not a Mexican Independence Day or anything of the sort. I get it right. 16 de septiembre, 16, September 16, that's Mexican Independence Day. Please. The Drinko de Mayo was something that here in the United States, they came out like, oh, Cinco de Mayo sounds like Drinko de Mayo. Let's start selling more alcohol and make people drink and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's about it. So, but talking about that, right? Like those fun things that reminded me from St. Patty's, that a friend of mine, she posted on her story. I don't think I ever talked about it. But she posted on one of her stories that it was St. Patty's Day. So she put like happy birthday Ireland, and I saw that and I was like, no. So I had to tell her, had to like guess be dick. I wasn't being dick. Just like, it's not Ireland's birthday. So I told her that, like, oh, it's not Ireland's birthday. And she was like, oh well. I mean, come on. It's like saying Feliz Dia de la Independencia el 5 de Mayo. It's not Independence Day. 5 de Mayo. It's not. It's kind of like the same thing. But sorry, fun things that I find about people when they're trying to like do stuff like that. But I guess okay. Anyways, so yeah, I literally just recorded like this whole thing. I was already editing the episode. This episode, I'm gonna change things, and I'm actually gonna correct myself for not knowing this, thinking that I knew it, but I guess I was partially wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. What's it called? So yeah, I recorded the whole thing. I recorded about like 30, 40 minutes of material or whatever. And I was doing the editing. So I could do editing. And as I was doing it, I got to this part that like I was kind of like one of the main things I talked on the episode on this time. I was kind of like one of the main things I was talking about. And I was paying attention to it when I was doing the editing, right? I had to I had to listen to myself talk. Just like you guys listen to me talk, I have to listen to myself while I'm editing, because I have to do it. So I have to deal with myself too, guys. I have to deal with myself like as I'm doing it, as I'm also doing the editing. So yeah, I suffered twice, guys. You guys only suffer once, or depending how many times you want to see it. Anyways, so I was doing the editing. I got to this section that I was commenting and talking and stuff, and made me think, made me realize I had a huge question. So I googled it, right? Besides, I googled something else that I made a huge nut. So I googled that. I googled that specific thing, and then I realized I was wrong, because it's not a common thing, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, so the story is this. Back in Cinco de Mayo, my friend called me. It's like, hey, we're gonna go out to this place or whatever. They usually go there. My friend literally is there 7 days out of the week. He's there, or maybe 8 days out of the week is there. No, so they already know the bartenders. They already know the DJ and everything. Like him and his coworkers, I guess, like his friends, his group of friends. Well, typical restaurant bar thing, whatever. They serve food and stuff, and then at a certain time they stop serving food and you just alcohol and all those good shenanigans that you do when you go out and drink, right? Anyways, so as we were there, my friend, but it was literally just me, my friend, his group of friends, like maybe about 4 or 5 people in total, kind of thing. Well, like with them and like us, right? So like we're like about 9-10 people in total or something. But there was no one else there, just like another table with like another 4 people, and that's it. And my friend was saying that compared to last year, Cinco de Mayo, that day was like, it was dead. There was no one. There was no one. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe because there's MMA fights or boxing matches. I don't know what else was going on that Friday, but I was thinking that maybe that's one of the reasons, right? That it was pretty dead. So then after a while, the DJ comes over, starts talking to everyone, and the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty dead compared to last year, yada, yada, yada. And he starts talking about St. Patty's, right? He starts talking about St. Patty's. He's saying that, oh, because it was fucking awesome. It was great. He had kind of like a DJ something. He played, or like he DJ at different bars in that day, from like 12 in the afternoon to like all the way at night. I think he ended up at that bar. Like he went somewhere else. But he was saying like, yeah, I was here, and then I was there for like an hour, and I went somewhere else and somewhere else and so on, like bar hopping or DJ hopping on bars or whatever you call it. He was like, yeah, I went all out and everything. I was wearing my kilt and I was doing this. I'm looking at him. This is where I am wrong. This is where I am wrong. I'm looking at him. I'm thinking like, you went all out, so you wore a kilt. I mean, honestly, yes, it would have made more sense to wear a leprechaun suit, like you dressed up as a leprechaun, because it's more common to relate a leprechaun to Irish or like Ireland than a kilt. Because honestly, like I said, this is where I was wrong. I thought kilts were specifically, it was a Scottish thing, and it is. It's Scottish do wear a lot of the kilts. It's like it's part of their thing, culture stuff, and I thought it was just Scottish, but no, Irish people also wear kilts. But he, like me, being wrong, I was like, Like I look at my friend, I was like, "Tato, like, he doesn't know, like that's a Scottish thing, it's not an Irish." But I got to that point, all the video, the editing and everything. I was just curious. I googled it, like Irish and kilts, and yes, I like Irish people do wear kilts. I guess not as much or as common or as as Scottish, but yeah, it's a thing. I did not know that. I am so amazed. I cannot judge people that do that anymore because I would be like, I thought that like they're wearing kilts and on St. Patty's. That's it's an Irish holiday, I guess. Not a what's it called? Not a Scottish, and I might even be wrong. I don't even know if Irish people, like people in Ireland, celebrate St. Patty's. Maybe the ones here in the United States celebrate St. Patty's. I don't know over there, kind of like the whole Cinco de Mayo that I guess Mexicans here in the United States celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and not in Mexico, the way we do here, I guess. But yeah, can't believe I was wrong. No, anyways, I was wrong. I kind of like felt bad, so I had to like fucking. I was like, I could edit the whole thing, just cut that part, but then it wouldn't make sense, and just kind of like re-edit it. But I decided not to. So we are here, round numero dos. I think it should be more like number 3 because I kind of like record something yesterday, but no. So yeah, we're here, numero 2.5, talking about the same thing over and over again. And I'm gonna drink it just soda. I don't feel like drinking. I was fucking hungover on Friday. Well, like I drank on Friday, and that same day I was hungover because I got home. I had like a little cookout and everything, and I didn't drink a lot. I'll say like I had like 6-7 beers or so, but because they were like pretty heavy. But I was good. Like I felt good. Like I wasn't drunk or anything. Which I was like, "Hala madre, like I don't feel drunk or buzzed or anything." So I got home like around 2 or 3. Like it was early. Yeah, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, not in the morning. Yes, day drinking is fun when you're an adult and you're not working, of course. So I got home and everything. I lay on my bed. I was on my phone, like literally. I think, well, that's what I remember. I think I was on my phone, and then I guess I just blinked. Clearly, it was like that. Like I opened my eyes. I'm like, oh fuck. I look at the time, and it was 9:30. So I'm like freaking out. Like shit, I'm gonna be late for work. Literally, that was my reaction. Like it's 9:30. I'm late for work. Like fucking late. But I was kind of like started realizing like, no, wait, I'm not, because it should be like Saturday or like it was Friday. Like it was Friday. So no. So yeah, no, I crashed out for like 6 or so hours. Yeah, like I crashed out for like 9 hours, for like 6 hours. Like I just fell asleep. Like I wake up. So what happened, or like I want to say it happened, is kind of like, well, you're not really drunk. I guess your body still hasn't processed the alcohol or something, and then you go to sleep and you kind of get drunk where you're sleeping, and wake up kind of drunkish when you take a nap, I guess. So that's what that's kind of what happened. Like I took a nap, I went to sleep, and I guess I got drunk while I was asleep, but at the same time, I got hungover. So when I woke up, it was like this fucking like I'm drunk, but I'm hungover at the same time. Like I felt like that, or I guess I felt like kind of like when you're hungover and then you start drinking again, and you kind of like start getting drunk, but you have that sensation because you were like hungover. It was kind of like that, right? Fucking annoying. I know. So yeah, I was yeah, no, horrible. So yeah, but now we're here talking about how I was wrong about that. And anyways. So we're gonna get to the good part. Like I said, we're not gonna talk about road rage or anything of the sort. Sadly, I made a lot of funny jokes about something that I was wrong, so I had to fix it because I don't want to be douche and like Anyways, so yeah, I was wrong. So, but we're gonna talk about what I am going to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is 2 things. two really, really important things. And it should not be a spoiler anymore. Which I don't really think I'm going to talk about spoilers. But I'm totally going to talk about the Mario movie. Because our friend, he wanted me to talk about the Mario movie. So yeah, I'm totally going to talk about the Mario movie. And I'm just going to give my comments about everyone bitching about those movies. But yeah. So okay, the Mario Bros movie was fucking good. Honestly, it was good. I enjoyed the whole thing from beginning to end. It was awesome. It was really well made. What I remember when they were announcing the movie, when they released the first trailer, which I only saw one trailer. I don't know how many trailers they had, but I only saw the first one because I'm like, I don't like to see trailers because then I kind of like start thinking too much about the whole plot of the movie, and then I end up guessing the whole thing. I'm like those type of guys, right? So anyways, I just saw the first trailer, and I remember everyone was bitching about Chris Pratt not doing the Mario voice. But I'm here thinking the movie hadn't come out. It was just the trailer and everything. And he makes a little Mamma Mia echo-ish voice. I remember something on the trailer, right? But everyone's like, oh, it's 'cause he's not doing the Mario voice and everything. I mean, thinking about the whole plot that the movie was, it's kind of like shows you that Mario goes into the Mushroom Kingdom world. Like, it's like all freaked out, like, what the fuck's going on, right? And then once the movie came out, I saw the movie like on the second week, but people were still kind of like bitching about that, like the whole not Mario voice, not using the Mario voice. So yeah, you haven't seen any more. You're bad, not my bad. Because I already said I might not talk about many spoilers, but I might. Anyways. So yeah, basically it's kind of like Mario lives in this world. Mario and Luigi are from like this world. They're from like the Bronx, like New York over there. Like typical how like the Italian American are in New York. So they have like that New York Italianish accent, I'm guessing, right? Which is totally normal, right? They're gonna have like a full on like Italian accent because yes. So that was good. Watching the movie, that's fine. What I liked was that he will make those little like catchphrases that he says on the game, like that thing that people were complaining, like the Mario voice. If you think about it, Mario never fucking talks in the games, unless I guess you saw those 80s cartoons from the Marios. I think they have it on Netflix. Guess you can say like it doesn't sound like Mario or whatever. But in the games, he never talks. He just says, "Mamma mia, let's go." What's the other one? Woohoo! And like that's it. But in the movie, there's scenes and stuff that happen that he makes those little Easter eggs, voice, words, things that we all know and love. But then, how can you say, oh, he's not doing the Mario accent? You never ever fucking hear Mario talk in the games. So you cannot say it's not Mario's voice. It's not his accent thingy. You're gonna go by the whole accent just because of those three little words. Come on, no mames. Like, that was fucking annoying. That they were like complaining about that little fucking detail that has nothing to do with anything. But the whole movie, I mean, they also bitch about a lot of other things that make no sense, honestly. Like the whole canceling stuff. Oh my god, so annoying. Seriously. Wow. Anyways, it was a really good movie. I loved the movie. It was great. It was awesome. And what's it called? Yeah, it was fucking cool. I do hope there's a second part, especially the way the post credit. Spoiler, you haven't seen it for something that came out like 2 months ago. What's it called? The little Easter egg, Yoshi's egg at the end. That kind of like cracks a guess and like, oh, but it's Yoshi, wait, no mames. There might be like a second part. That would be pretty cool. But then again, we did see a lot of Yoshis in the movie. Like literally a herd of fucking Yoshis passing by and everything. But anyways, hopefully they'll make a second part. It was really fun to watch, kind of like the Sonic movie. I love the Sonic movie. It's fucking awesome. Also, part two is great. I do believe there's gonna be a third part. Hopefully, there will be a third part. But yeah, it was on point. It was great. It was awesome. Um, yeah, stop complaining, people. Come on, just enjoy life, enjoy stuff. I don't know why you guys have to complain so much. Now, the other one would be the Ant-Man movie, the Quantum. I want to say Quantum Realm because it was the Quantum Realm, but no, the Quantumania. There we go, Quantumania. The movie was awesome. Movie was awesome. I know people complain about the movie, like same thing, complain about things. Like seriously, dude, like you're gonna complain about that? Anyways, I think one of the major complaints, which I can totally understand it, was with the Modox guy. The face just looked weird. It looked like they run out of funds for his CGI. That it looks that they just took a video of the face and kind of like stretched it. It looked weird. Like I know it was CGI and everything, but I seen more natural looking weird CGI than that. Kind of like Henry Cavill's mustache on Superman. It was weird, but other than that, everything was good. The movie was awesome. There's a lot of bunch of like little theories, kind of like with the whole Infinity Stones. That one blew my mind. That was freaking cool. You know, like Thanos says on Infinity War, like Endgame, Infinity War, Endgame. That's the last one, right? That he turned the stones into dust. So basically, like small. They go into the multiverse, right? So I'm just like, oh, they're in the multiverse, and then they show you like the little people living there in those buildings that were alive or whatever. There's like 5 monos or characters that are like yellows, like bright yellow, the green, like the colors of the stones. Like, oh, are those the stones? Kind of like, I guess they're alive now. But that was pretty cool. I don't know if it's true or not, but it was like pretty cool. But they have a bunch of like things like that. I am not gonna go over all of them because I did not see all of them, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that it was a really awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. There was nothing wrong with it, but one thing I don't like that they're doing is the whole TV shows and the movies. That from what they were saying at first, it was kind of like everything was gonna be connected. Everything like the shows were gonna be related to the movies and yada yada yada, which honestly it's not. I'm like, okay, some shows were enjoyable. I liked them. They were fun. I liked the She-Hulk. You're gonna start with your whole like feminism thing or whatever. Oh my god, like so fucking annoying. It was a really good show. I liked it. I enjoyed it. If it's related to the movies, is it gonna be any? I don't know. I feel like it was more like a introduction thing. How like they introduce their devil in that he's gonna be now in Disney or whatever, or like the MCU, or the Hulk. Apparently he's gonna have a movie, but they're saying like it's not a Hulk movie, it's a Captain America / Hulk or whatever. But how they kind of like introduce things also with like Miss Marvel, I think they kind of like were introducing. It was mainly to introduce stuff, kind of like Loki. I feel like Loki and WandaVision were fun. I like them. I enjoy watching them. But the whole multiverse thing that were going on with the shows, with the WandaVision and the Loki, and then the movie comes out and they never talk about anything of that. They mentioned the whole WandaVision and Doctor Strange, but that's about it. And then Spider-Man comes out after the Loki movie. I mean, the Loki TV show comes out, and yeah, the whole multiverse thing appeared, but they never mention. I mean, you see Loki like all this shit is going on and everything, and then Spider-Man like nothing ever happened, like, kind of like not connected, I guess. I don't know. So that's kind of annoying how like they're giving you all this stuff and telling you it's gonna be connected, but I guess it's not. Kind of like I already talked about it with the whole movie. What's the movie name? The Eternals. The Eternals. It is part of the whole fucking MCU thingy, but unless now you're coming out with the whole fucking multiverse and the Eternals are part of another universe that's not related to Spider-Man or anything of what we have seen, which apparently are connected because they're in the same fucking universe. Where is the big ass head and hands coming out of from the earth? Like, come on. How come like they never mentioned in Spider-Man that a huge red ball mono came out in the sky? Like, come on. Come on. That's movie based. Wait, I'm not even talking about the shows. I'm talking about a movie. That's not cool. Come on, guys. But other than that, yeah, the movie was great. I love the anime. I love all animes movie, and this was really good. Better than the second one. The second one was kind of like, but I liked it too. It was pretty cool. It was awesome. But yeah, Ant-Man was fucking good, and I learned not to judge a movie by the trailer or anything before it comes out, because it actually happened with the Batman movie, the one with Edward Pattinson. When they announced that he was gonna play Batman, I was like, no mames, like a chile, like fucking Batman is gonna be like glowing during the day, like all glittery and everything. Why? Because of the whole jokes of Twilight and everything. And I had never really seen that guy in any other movies besides Twilight or those 20 minutes that he came out on Harry Potter, which actually he made Harry Potter before Twilight. And I had never seen him in movies or anything until, yes, I was okay. I'm gonna watch some movies where he comes out, and he's actually a pretty good fucking badass actor. I was like, okay, he might do something. We'll just wait for the movie to come out, and then they drop the first trailer, and holy fuck, the best fucking trailer that I had ever seen. It was great. Movie came out. It was awesome. Fuck yeah. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna bitch about any movies or anything like that until I see the movie. If I see the movie and it sucks, then yes, it sucks. I'll be like, it sucks. I didn't like it or whatever. Kind of like those Star Wars movies that we don't talk about. Well, I want to say, okay, because thinking about it, I guess episode 7, 8, 9. I guess 7 is good, right? And they changed the directory. 8 was kind of like a 50-50 maybe. 9, yes, that was horrible compared to everything. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty psyched for those movies, and they did all that, and yeah, it sucked. But yes, no bitching about stuff that hasn't even come out. You don't even know what's going on. That's bad. That's bad manners. Wait till the movie comes out, and then you can like say that it was bad, or if it's bad or not. Kind of like the Saint Seiya movie. Yes, that's horrible. I haven't seen it. Apparently, we might not get it here in Laredo. The closest thing is Macalena, I believe. I'm not gonna go all the way over there to see a movie that is equally as bad as that Dragon Ball Evolution movie. That was the worst movie ever, the Dragon Ball Evolution. If you haven't seen it, do not do it. I repeat, do not watch the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. It's bad. Horrible. And that kind of sucks, you know? Like that Saint Seiya movie, Caballero del Zodiaco. Well, if you're Mexican or I guess Latino, for live in Latin America, or yeah, you know, it's called more Caballero del Zodiaco, ¿verdad? Anyways, when they announced that they were gonna do a live action movie, honestly, yes, and even after the whole speech I made about not bitching about movies, yes, I was like, it's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be horrible, and it gave me flashbacks of that Dragon Ball movie because it was horrible. And actually, yes, when they released the trailer, I can understand, yes, a lot of people like were super psyched about it because of course it's gonna be a live action movie and everything. But come on. Seriously? I seen cosplayers, like amateur cosplayers, do a better cosplay armor with fucking foam than the fucking armor they did for the movie. Like a budget fucking movie. They did like a shitty armor. And like that's the main thing. Like in that fucking movie, like in if you're gonna do a live action about something that their main thing is their fucking suit, you have to do it. Kinda like I guess Fox and whoever was X-Men, they kind of realized after years of making X-Men movies, and they never had them on like their X-Men suits. Come on, of course you want to see Cyclops with his yellow suit thing, blue stuff, whatever. That's what, because you want to see them like that. Why? Because that's the iconic thing. The suits. After like fucking 10 years, 15 years of like doing Marvel movie, they started doing the suits, and that's fucking badass because you want to see them on the fucking suits. Aquí, on this one, fucking Saint Seiya, Caballero del Zodiaco, horrible armors, suits for something that was budget made. Anyways, that's about it, guys. And gals, and everything that pronounced in different ways. Well, yes, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy this special episode in English that I made. We'll see how it goes again. The other one I didn't, like the previous one, I didn't finish seeing the whole thing. I was kind of like skipping or whatever, so I didn't hear the whole thing. And yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, depending on the likes and the comments or whatever, I guess I'll do another one in English, or I just keep doing them in Spanish. Like, yeah, it's funnier in Spanish. Anyways, you already know. If you want to listen to this awesome podcast, you can listen to it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as El Podcast de Alonso Lopez, LPZ. LPZ stands for Lopez, right? I'm just taking out some letters. And also, you want to see the type of faces and gestures and my reactions that I make, kind of like right now. Yeah. You can totally see it on YouTube. Same thing, El Podcast de Alonso Lopez, LPZ. And you can totally like and follow and everything. And if you don't like it, you can still even share it with your buddies, because they might like the nonsense that I talk and you don't like. But they might. And they might friends that they also like nonsense. This nonsense. So share. You know why? Because support local. That's a really, really, really awesome word that people only use it for their convenience. Actually, I'll do an episode about that later. I've been trying to like do an episode for that. Anyways, you know it. I already mentioned the whole thing on social media. I keep saying those social media guys. I do answer, which fun thing. I did not know that I would get messages on what's it called, like on Instagram, but on like hidden messages. I did not know that. So apparently I had people messaging me, and I didn't know I had that, or I didn't know there was a thing called fucking hidden messages that I guess the thing recognizes that. I have no idea how the fuck that works, but yeah, I had a bunch of messages and I kind of like felt bad. I'm like, it's not that I don't want to answer that. I did not know I had those messages there. So yeah, kind of feel bad for that. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, I put all those links for social media or whatever. It's mainly Instagram. Well, now I'm hitting TikTok. We're not really hitting. I'm just putting the same reels that I use for my Instagram on TikTok because it's fun. It's fun. That's why. Anyways, ya se la saben. If you drive, do not drink. Or if you drink, don't drive. There we go. If you drink, do not drive. And drink responsibly. See you next time, okay? Salud with non-alcoholic drink.